welcome back to Miss Curtis's art class. Today we are going to be making a really fun cup that is going to maybe have some hot cocoa in it, or I don't know, maybe some soup. So these are going to be inspired by the artist Andy Warhol. He loved to use really bright, bold colors. So today we are going to use a bunch of different colors, and you can design your cup in the background to have whatever kind of design that you want. So these will be super fun. I'm going to be using markers today to color in my cup. However, you can use whatever materials that you have at home or that you'd like to use. These would also be super fun to paint in as well. So here I have my colors today. So you can see I have a bunch of different bright colors to choose from. So we are going to get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is make our frame and name. So I am simply going to make a curvy frame. You can design your frame to look however you'd like. So if you want to do a zigzag line or you want to do a straight line, that is up to you. Okay, at the bottom right area of your frame, I would like you to write your first and last name and your homeroom number. Okay? All right, so we are gonna start by making the cup in the middle area of the paper. I guess the middle, but a little bit down towards the bottom. And we are going to start with an oval shape. Okay, so that oval shape again is gonna sit right about here. So I'm simply going to hold my paper tight and, to the best of my ability, make an oval shape. Okay? The next step that we are going to do is we are going to make the cup itself. So we are going to simply make a line that's going to angle down, curve at the bottom, come up and curve over to the side. So on this left side here, I am going to make a line that comes down and curves. Right at the bottom, I'm going to curve that line. I'm going to go straight across. And then I'm going to curve up. I might stop right there and actually finish it because it's easier for me to pull my marker and just connect that line right there. If you make a mistake, you can always go in and just kind of fix it using your marker, go over any lines that you made. Okay, so far we have the cup. We are now going to make the handle of the cup. So the handle for me is going to be on the right side. If you want to make it on the left side, that's okay. So I'm going to make a curving line that's coming up from the right side right here. So it's going to curve and come back in. And then another curving line right here. So it should look like a backwards letter C. And again, I am just fixing my lines. This is a new marker, so it's bleeding a little bit more than I'd like it to. That's okay. All right, so now I've got the cup and the handle. I'm going to make the saucer below. So the saucer is going to be right here, and it's going to be a oval shape, and it's going to go right around here. So we're going to assume that it carries on behind the cup. So I'm going to go from the left side, curve around, and come back up. So now I've got the cup and the saucer. And then the last step before we start designing is to make a horizon line to show that the cup is sitting on this table. So I'm going to start from the left side of the frame, carry over a straight line, stop at the cup, figure out maybe where it starts again. Right over here looks good. Okay, and now we have a cup sitting on a table. Now this is the fun part. We are going to design everything that is on the cup and around the cup. And before I do that, I'm going to make some curving lines to show that there is something hot coming out of this cup. So I'm going to make some steam on the left and steam on the right side. I'm just going to stop towards the top of the cup. So that's That's kind of fun. And then maybe I'll even put a line in between. In this area, I am really not going to touch. I'm just going to leave it. I'll leave it to be white like the paper so that it just looks like steam. And our eye should be attracted to it because everything around it will be designed and colored in. All right, so now it's time for me to make my design. So I think my background, I'm going to treat this almost like a wallpaper, and I'm going to make some straight lines that come down. And I'll make one in the middle here. And this should show some contrast between my curvy lines, that they're different, right? Because these are curvy and this is straight. And then I'm going to make a couple more over here. And I'm going to simply show you how I'm going to design everything. And you can design your background and your cup however you want. And I'm really excited to see what you come up with. I'm going to speed this up in a second here because I want you to have time to kind of see where I'm going with this and then work yourself. Okay, so then I think what would be kind of cool is I can make some diagonal lines here, and I'm just spacing them apart, and I'm going to make this part of my design. And then on this side, I'll do the opposite. Think about some unique ways you can design everything that you're doing by using lines and shapes. Okay, so I'm going to finish up my design and then show you how you can add some bright colors in the style of Andy Warhol, and I cannot wait to see how yours come out. Okay, so this is kind of the fun design I came up with using different kinds of shapes, and some of them you might recognize. They might look like little diamonds. Others might kind of resemble almost like a square, or again, more curvy lines. So design your area, your environment, however you'd like. And now I'm going to start to add some color. So I am going to use, I know, some red in my background wallpaper. I'm also going to use some blue, and I think I'll start with those colors and kind of go from there. And then in this area, I think I'll use some more blue, maybe some green in my cup, some red here, and then some yellow. I'm gonna really just use a lot of different colors, keep it super bright and fun, and I can't wait to see how yours comes out. So I will just start with this area right here. So I'm going to make this a solid color red. Now remember, when you're using a marker or you're coloring in any way, you want to really take your time. So with marker, I like to make nice solid lines. Right now, this is a broad marker, so I'm just pressing on the side, adding some pressure. And when I get to close areas towards edges, I use the tip. But otherwise, I'm just really pulling the marker. Instead of going back and forth like this will keep it nice and clean looking. Okay? And then if you're using colored pencil, you're gonna go back and forth. Take your time though. You don't want it to look like you kind of just scribbled it in. You want to really add the color in full. So getting each area and using the tips. Okay? So I'm gonna speed this up. I can't wait to see how yours comes out. Alright, so that's how I decided to color in my very bright colored Andy Warhol inspired picture here. And like I said, you could use colored pencils, paint, you could really use whatever materials that you have available, even oil pastels. And I tried to mix it up with all different types of bright colors. I did try to stay in a theme though, so you'll notice I kind of went with a pattern. So it's purple, light green, and then the same up here. So purple, blue, purple, blue. It kind of just helped lead the eye a little bit better, even though we're using so many different colors. So like I said, can't wait to see how yours comes out, and I look forward to next week's class with you.